Hi guys, this is a new dog. I'm giving you a tour of my backyard. Just kidding. That was actually the Archfiend doing the voice of new dog. The voice was very accurate. Anyway, I figured I'd give you a different type of video that I've never done before, which is just following new dog around. It is like 6,000 degrees outside. That's about as fast as he moves. The other dog is over there. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys my garden. Never really showed you the garden before. That's not the garden, that's still new dog. Anyway, you know, I like growing my own vegetables. I'm a vegetarian here. Hey buddy. Hi other buddy. And I just want to share, you know, what does Archfiend grow? And we'll start off with this. I have a little side garden here of miscellaneous stuff. I have the raspberry bush that's pretty much done for the year. It really needs to be cut back because it's growing like 500 feet in the sky. I have a random thing. I had some leftover onions that I put in a thing there. This is the first year for that blueberry bush, so you know, blueberry bushes can look kind of iffy. That's why the leaves look red on it. There's a kiwi plant down there, but this is kind of like it's not doing anything. It's supposed to be a self-pollinating kiwi plant, but I don't know. I don't think it's doing much of anything. It's like on its third year. Those of you I asked, like I had like these cuts on my leg. I don't know if you can still see them. You might see a little bit of them. See them kind of there and there and there. I put a picture of it on my community tab here, and I said, you know, what were these cuts from? And one person actually guessed it correctly. From this fence right here, right where it's been here, I was climbing in here the other day and I stumbled. It actually snipped the bottom of my shorts here, and it caused this little top of the fence to scrape my leg, and it just shred-city'd my leg. Anyways, that little piece of info out of the way, let's go on in here and let's try not to fall on camera this time. Okay, let's start with the far end here. Down here, there's some strawberries that are growing in the ground portion. I'm letting the tomatoes grow over, and they can just grow over the whole area because the strawberry season's done. So I let the cherry tomatoes kind of grow all over. You can see some of them getting ripe there. And I guess I should backtrack a little bit and tell you how I get such good results out of my garden, because it's more than just putting the plants in the ground. One thing I do is I take this waterproof type, it's like a weed liner, and I cut holes to where I want to put the plants in. A lot of people say you shouldn't do that because it traps in a lot of the heat. It keeps the heat under the ground. But one thing I do to combat that is I have, you can see the hose that comes in here. I have a waterline hose, a soaker hose that I have snaked through that goes zigzag, 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 zigzag. And I put that underneath and I use that to water it. I don't go over top to spread anything, to spread any of the water on. And it just does wonders. And people, gardeners will tell you not to put this thick vinyl type weed covering over your crops itself. You should put it along the edges where you don't want the weeds to grow, and over the actual fruit bearing plants. Don't do that. Those people are communists, because I get such good results, and I'm going to show you the results I get by doing that. Anyway, one of the things after the tornado, I had a bunch of this fence left over and a bunch of the old posts for my fence. I made these little arches here. Oh, you can't even see my hand going over. And I train my vine plants, like the cucumbers and stuff, and every now and then I'll keep pushing it through to keep snaking the stuff through, and it makes a vertical garden here. Okay, so for the cucumbers and stuff, and I guess I should have done this on a day where I actually picked the cucumbers. I'm gonna try and find one growing here for you. Great, Archfiend, great day to do this. Oh, there's one in there, but it's too far to see. But anyway, just trust me, I'm getting good crops out of this. And then I always put something in the middle. Like here we have the eggplants, which you can see growing there. Bam, 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 eggplant city. So I'll grow something like the tomatoes or some sort of string beans or something on the vines, and they grow over here. And then in the center, I put another plant, and that always does good. Down here, this is the first year I tried onions, and holy cow, did I have success with them. As you can kind of see, fist for scale. These onions, if you're seeing it correctly, they're about the size of my fist. these white onions here. Got 3 rows of them. Bada bing bang boom. Onion City. Who wants salsa? Tomatoes this year. Holy shiatsu. These tomatoes are doing so good this year. As you can see, this one is the size of my hand. And I posted a picture today showing you what the size of my tomatoes look like in perspective of a Tic Tac. And you can see there's multiple ones growing there. Probably the best that I've had the tomatoes going. This is more of a hothouse tomato. This is more of a beefsteak tomato. These are the more supple round ones. But yeah, so there you go. 2 different types of tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes over there. Cucumbers. A little basil for your spaghetti, if you will. Is that the predominant thing you put on spaghetti? Basil. And I accent the area with little marigolds. You know what? Eat me. Down here we have the zucchini plant. Zucchini, 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 zucchini. Yo, I bet you women are getting excited seeing that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Pepper plant here. That's kind of getting overwhelmed by the zucchini. I gotta train this to grow in another different direction here. And over here I have another arc set up with the cucumber plant. This is a pickling type cucumber. You can actually see one of the cucumbers growing there. But I tend to get better results growing the vine type plants off the ground, get them to grow up on a trellis like this, an arching trellis. I tend to get the best results doing that because when they stay on the ground, they tend to get like a fungus and they tend to die out by like the beginning of July. So to combat that, I grow them up on little tracks like that. So, and above all else here, we have our little composter here where you put different items in there. You're supposed to mix in a little paper, like rinds, like if you have a watermelon rind. Every now and then, you just give that a little flip, turn around, and boom, by the next season, you have a bunch of compost to put on the ground. So anyways, this is the Archfiend's garden. Aren't you guys like super excited? Do you guys have gardens of your own? What do you have growing in them? I've grown a number of things before. I didn't get around to a lot of the seeds this year. I usually do some sort of carrots and sweet tomatoes, Vidalia tomatoes, but I didn't do that this year. Anyway, a little change up on things here. Don't laugh at the amount of weeds I have here. I'm trying to keep up with it, but you know, it's a biatch and I only got so much time to devote. So, anyways, new dog. This dog, like, lays in the sun all day. Like, she just, skin is black as, fur is black as night, and just lays in the sun. New dog! Where are you at? Come on, say goodbye. There he is. All right, new dog is coming to say goodbye. Anyways, that's the Archfiend's garden and his 2 dogs baking out in the heat. Guys, let's go back inside. Let's go. See y'all later. That is all. Hello.